Hello, everyone. Welcome to the cottage. If you're just joining me, this is a new setup I'm trying out, so let's give it a roll. Today we are talking about the beautiful smelling Meadowsweet or Filipendula ulnaria. So beautiful name, beautiful herb. This flower is gorgeous. Take a look. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. It is called Bride of the Meadow, Bridewort, Dollar, which is actually not dollar like money, but dollar like a doll, or doll or doll. So it's also called gravel root, lady of the meadow, little queen, meadowwort, queen of the meadow, which is my favorite, steeplebush, and trumpet weed. Now, that has a little bit of confusion as far as trumpets wort, which is actually Damiana, which we're not talking about today. So the name came from the Anglo-Saxon term Meadowsweet, meaning mead sweetener. I love that. Like, sweeten me some mead any day and I'll drink it. So this reflects its ancient use to flavor mead, obviously, which is a honey wine. Takes me back to my pagan festival days. Yeah. I barely remember those days because I had a lot of mead. And a lot of weed too. And like the days and nights would just blur. I've no idea. The shenanigans were just crazy. So rather than simply meaning a sweet plant from the meadow, it was to sweeten mead. So that's the difference. Tomato, right? So the plant's strong, sweet aroma and its tendency to grow in damp meadows also contributed to the name and other common names like Queen of the Meadow. So there you go. So if you'd like to explore this a little bit more and maybe open up the folklore and discover the medicinal and magical uses of Meadowsweet, stick around. You just might learn something new. All right, so Meadowsweet is an English wildflower with white petals that smell like a combination of marzipan and honey. It's beautiful. And John Gerard, a 16th century botanist, wrote, "The smell thereof makes the heart merry and joyful, and delighteth the senses." Quote unquote. I tend to agree with Mr. Gerard. Though the sweet scent made it popular as a strewing herb and gifted the folk name Queen of the Meadow, its aroma was believed in Cambridgeshire to be able to lull you into an eternal sleep if you weren't careful. So this led to a lot of rumors that it was an herb of the fairies. I believe it. I believe it. Now, one of the three herbs most sacred by the Celtic Druids, Meadowsweet represented the flower bride, the maiden aspect of the triple goddess. Now, I don't subscribe to necessarily a triple goddess per se, but a fourfold goddess. I won't get into that too much. I believe that there's a goddess attributed to a maiden, mother, queen, and crone. This would be more of like the queen, which would correspond to water. Go with me here. So the name Bloodwood was the flower bride, and she was a woman created out of oak blossom, broom, and you guessed it, meadowsweet. So the plant doesn't just smell of marzipan, it tastes like it too. It has historically been used to flavor mead, and even today is added to jams, vinegars, wine, and stewed fruit to give them a subtle almond flavor. In Irish folklore, meadowsweet is sacred to Anya, the goddess of summer, love, and sovereignty. She even has ties to the Morrigan, and she is said to roam the hills on Midsummer Eve. And where she walks, meadowsweet blooms. Isn't that beautiful? I love that legend. To see it is to feel her warmth and wild spirit. Love it. Now, Cuchulainn, a legendary hero from Irish myth, also connected to the Morrigan, would bathe in meadowsweet to temper his fits of anger and to calm his fever. He would get so angry. Now, the herb's Gaelic name, Creos Cuchulainn, translates to Cuchulainn's belt, suggesting he carried the herb in a pouch on his belt to be used as a soother and antidote for his powerful rages. He would just pick it up and smell it, and he would not feel angry anymore. It makes me want to carry it around every once in a while, like when I'm going to like Costco or Walmart. And just smell some wet meadowsweet when somebody is in front of a place where I want to be. I might try that. I'll let you guys know if I do. Now, the plant's sweet scent was believed to grant second sight and the ability to communicate with, you guessed it, fairies. Now, meadowsweet was used in love potions, and with one belief suggesting its infused oil could attract a soulmate. I don't believe in soulmates, but I do believe in love potions. I don't personally perform love potions, but I do believe that if someone wanted to perform a love potion, they do work. I do believe that they do work. I'm not endorsing them by any means. Like I said in my Damiana video, never start a marriage with a kidnapping, y'all. But they're pretty strong. If you want to do them, they do work, but you have to mean it. And you do have to, get certain things from the person. And I'm not going to go, nope, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about it. Skip it, moving on. All right. In medieval times, meadowsweet was a popular strewing herb, meaning that you would crush the dried herbs and just throw it around. They would be scattered on floors to perfume rooms, to make them smell good, and to ward off pests and even illnesses. We remember this from, I think, the very first video I did was on rosemary. And in Egyptian embalming rooms, they would strew rosemary. Yep. Yep. Go back and watch it. I talked about it. Go back to my very first one. Now, as bridewort, meadowsweet was incorporated into bridal wreaths, bouquets, and wedding ceremonies as a symbol of innocence and a happy marriage. I can see why. It's beautiful. It smells good. It's used in love potions, why not? Now, Queen Elizabeth I was particularly fond of meadowsweet and preferred it to all other herbs in her chambers. It was her favorite. That's why you get Queen of the Meadow. There you go. That was her favorite herb. Y'all want to know mine? I already told you. Go back and watch all my other, all like 57. It's mugwort. I'll tell you, mugwort is my favorite. Not because the smell, not because the taste, but because of what it does. Yeah, that's my favorite. All right, on to medicinal uses. Now, before the late 1800s, salicylic acid was used as a pain reliever, but often caused upset to the digestive system. You probably have taken some aspirin and gotten a tummy ache from the salicylic acid. Well, in 1897, meadowsweet was used to create an altered version of salicin that lacked this side effect. Now, this new drug was named aspirin after the old botanical name for meadowsweet, Spirea ulmaria. The plant can still be used in its natural form for pain relief. So, meadowsweet is a natural aspirin. So, if you don't want to go run out and buy some aspirin, you can get a hold of some meadowsweet. It's not expensive, and make a tea out of it. It's delicious. Add some honey, because even though it's delicious, it's not necessarily sweet as it claims. So if you're a sweet tooth like me, I add honey to it. It will help you with pain relief. So the root, peeled, can be chewed to relieve headaches, and the flowers can be eaten or taken in a tea to settle stomachs and heartburn. Lovely. Lovely. All right. Excess consumption. Excess can cause sweating, however. Unintentional side effect, though, it has proven effective in drawing out a fever. So, there you go. I always got to have balance, Meadowsweet can be used to treat arthritis, colds, bladder infections, and heartburn, though. So, good side, bad side. You can make a cold and flu formula by filling a pan with water, adding a handful of meadowsweet flower heads, simmer for 10 minutes, and then strain out the flowers. You can sweeten the liquid with honey and sip the infusion to fight colds and flu. Young meadowsweet leaves are edible, just the young ones. When I buy meadowsweet, it's all kind of like jumbled in here. So it's edible. I like it mostly in an incense, though, but I will drink it in a tea. It is very helpful for pain relief, general aches and pains, although I generally use other things for pain relief, and meadowsweet just to make things pleasant tasting. So Meadowsweet is considered one of the most effective herbal remedies for treating excess stomach acid. I call that ucky tummy, or like when I get a tummy ache, it's just kind of a bloated kind of feeling. The thing that I use Tums for, you know, it just feels like up here in the upper tummy ache section. I will make a tea of Meadowsweet, but more likely I'm to take Tums for it because I need it now. And I can't wait for a tea usually. I am not a patient person. But probably if I were to get a hold of some fresh Meadowsweet, I would make a tummy tincture for sure out of that. Especially since my Angelica plant died. I'm so sad because I am running out of tincture for that. And the fresh seeds that we have gotten to grow have all died. So no more Angelica for us. So that makes me so sad. Anyway, that used to be my tummy to go to. I still have some left, but I'm running out of stock for my Angelica and may have to take it off my store. So, sad day. I love it for a lot of things. Anyway, it's really good for the stomach acid, gastritis, and heartburn. So all that upper tummy stuff. If you can wait, if you're a patient person, Meadowsweet tea is the way to go for that. Now, the herb helps soothe and protects the mucous membranes of the whole digestive tract, and the tannins present help tone and tighten the membranes, and Meadowsweet can also inhibit histamine formation, a factor in ulcer formation. So it helps protect against forming ulcers. Awesome. Now, the astringent tannins in Meadowsweet can also help treat diarrhea. Then again, if you're a patient person and you wait to sip the tea, if you can wait on that. It has been traditionally used to relieve joint and muscle pain and to treat conditions like arthritis and gout due to its anti-inflammatory effects. So, and with that, it's also a major player in remedy for headaches. Awesome. All right. I am thirsty. Okay, on to magical properties. The element is air because that beautiful scent just is so fragrant. The planet is Jupiter. The energy is projective. The day of the week it is most potent is Thursday. So, got lots of spells for you guys. So exciting. Fresh Meadowsweet is placed on the altar for love spells. So you can make a little spell jar of Meadowsweet with intention for love spells, or dried is used in various love mixtures. So you can make potions out of it. You can make a love oil out of it. I bet that would smell amazing. Meadowsweet is strewn about the house to keep peace. So if you know some people are coming over that don't get along very well, strew it about. They'll never know. It may just look like the floor needs to be vacuumed. They'll never know. They'll never know. The scent of the plant uplifts the heart. So that is nice to know. You can put it in a tea if someone's coming over to talk and they are depressed or they have something heavy to talk about, it's always nice to have some meadowsweet tea. Brew an infusion and add it to bath water also for this purpose. It's a nice uplifting, have a nice bath. It'll make you feel better kind of bath. You can also add it to a foot soak for comfort. So you can make it into a nice little bath tea or a bath salt. Add a sprig, if you have the fresh ones, to a vase of flowers to improve the mood. Always nice. Add the leaves and flowers, that's what we have here, to sachets for happiness and harmony. They'll smell it, they'll feel better. Yeah, it's always nice to smell. Just remember that fragrance is such an uplifting smell. Combine meadowsweet with mint and vervain to make an incense for the same purposes. With or without the mint and vervain, I am not one for burning mint. I don't like it. I don't like the smell. But think about some lovely smelling herbs and put meadowsweet in that. Even if if you have an incense that you are burning that you're thinking it's missing something that smells good, meadowsweet. Every time, you guys, every time. I add it to my midsummer. That's one of the personal uses that I use. I add it to my midsummer incense, and it's so lovely. It just kind of, if there's any kind of, I always add oak to my midsummer, and sometimes oak will make it smell a little bit like campfire. So if you add some meadowsweet, that kind of like softens it a little bit and makes it a little bit more floral. So that really, really helps. It has been used by ancient Celts and Druids to enhance psychic abilities and divination. They can't be wrong, right? I mean, and its ability to purify and ward off spirits led to its use in cleansing rituals and as a sacred offering. So you can always use it that way. The herb is said to stimulate intuition, making it useful in meditation and divination rituals to gain deeper spiritual insights and hidden knowledge. So if you're going into trance, to travel to the other world or to the underworld, whichever you call it, sipping a little bit or putting some in your incense will help you to do that. Help you lower your inhibitions a little bit. Its fragrant properties were used to ward off malevolent spirits. You feel a little safer. It's kind of nice. It creates this nice little protection bubble for you. It creates a positive, peaceful environment in the home. So you feel a little bit more safe doing your divination practices or your astral traveling. Some folklore suggests that drinking meadowsweet tea can help one to see fairies. So if I suggest this being done outside near midsummer, maybe try to find a fairy ring, maybe out in the forest, take some meadowsweet tea, maybe leave some as an offering, maybe some honey and some milk and bread. Yeah, bring out all the things and see what you can see. Yeah, absolutely. So my personal usage, I've already said, midsummer incense. I also use it as a water incense because my water incense is always used to open up my third eye. It's very, very, it's a psychic incense. It's also used in a third eye tea for myself. So it's always used that way. And like I said, all the suggestions that I've said, that would be how I use it. I don't put it in anything that I sell. I just haven't found anything that I want to really market necessarily. We might work on that. We might work on that. If you have any suggestions, put them down in the comments. So that was Meadowsweet. Tell me how you guys use Meadowsweet down in the comments, or if you've never heard it before, please let me know what you're going to use it for, if you're going to use it, all of that. Please let me know down in the comments. Please give this video a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, hit that bell if you like to have notifications of upcoming videos. Please visit my website at theveiledcottagewitch.com. You can schedule one-on-one classes with me. A lot of them can be done right here, just like this. Some are in person. If you're local, we can set that up. Just give me a message. You can also schedule a reading with my reader, Bobby Fierro, over at Wild Raven Tarot here on YouTube. You can also find out where I'm going to be selling my wares at market. Sometimes I'm down in Bisbee. I will be in Sierra Vista this coming Saturday. So you can always check where I'm going to be selling my wares so you can come find me. Ask me anything. Ask me questions. Come see me. Get advice. All of that. You can shop my online store for herbal remedies and magical supplies. Just remember to enter the code word, all caps veiled, to get your free shipping. That's only available through this channel and my gift from me to you. So don't forget to take advantage of that. That is all I have. If you want to support this channel financially, you can buy me a coffee. All the details are down below, or you could just scan this QR code real quick, but there's absolutely no pressure. Just live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.